Welcome, my dear friends. Today, we journey back to a pivotal time in history, exploring Psalm 137. This is not just an ordinary passage from the Bible, but a heartfelt cry of a people in despair, a lament, and a call for justice. Psalm 137, found in the book of Psalms in the Old Testament, carries with it the weight of history, etched in the memories of a people torn from their homeland. It is set during the Babylonian captivity, a period when the Israelites were exiled, their homes destroyed, their temple razed to the ground. As we delve into the depths of this psalm, we are transported to the rivers of Babylon, where the Israelites sat down weeping as they remembered Zion. Stripped of their freedom, their voices fell silent, their harps hung on the willows. It was not just a physical displacement they experienced, but a spiritual one, a deep sense of loss and longing for their homeland, their spiritual center, Jerusalem. But this psalm is not just about despair, it is also about resistance, about holding on to one's identity in the face of adversity. When their captors demanded songs of joy, songs of Zion, they refused. They vowed never to forget Jerusalem, declaring it their highest joy. Moreover, Psalm 137 is a cry for divine justice. The Israelites, in their anguish and anger, cried out to God for retribution against their oppressors. This plea, raw and unfiltered, reveals the depth of their pain and the strength of their faith. This psalm, rich in emotion and history, still resonates with us today, especially in times of change, challenge, or displacement. It teaches us about the power of memory, the importance of identity, and the human capacity for resilience. It reminds us that even in our darkest hours we can find solace and strength in our faith, in the knowledge that justice will prevail. As we journey through the verses of Psalm 137, let us remember its historical context, its significance, and the timeless lessons it offers. Now let's delve into the verses of Psalm 137 as we explore its deep and profound messages. These verses echo across time, resonating with the universal human experiences of loss, longing, and hope for justice. Let's begin. By the rivers of Babylon there we sat down, yea, we wept, when we remembered Zion. The opening verse paints a vivid image of exile, of a people yearning for their homeland, their hearts heavy with sorrow. We hanged our harps upon the willows in the midst thereof. The harps, symbols of joy and celebration, are silent, their melodies replaced by the mournful weeping of those in exile. The following verses, "For there they that carried us away captive required of us a song, and they that wasted us required of us mirth, saying, Sing us one of the songs of Zion." Here the captors mock the captives, adding insult to injury. They demand mirth when there is none to be found. They ask for songs when their hearts are filled with sorrow. How shall we sing the Lord's song in a strange land? A profound question. How can one find joy, find the strength to sing, to celebrate when they are far from home in a strange land? If I forget thee, O Jerusalem, let my right hand forget her cunning. A pledge of undying loyalty to their homeland, a promise to remember always. Happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. The final verses are filled with a cry for justice, a cry that the oppressors may one day feel the pain they inflicted, a cry for retribution. A poignant psalm indeed, filled with raw emotions of longing, grief, and a yearning for justice. With the verses fresh in our minds, let's dive deeper into the layers of Psalm 137. This psalm is a poignant expression of the Jewish exiles' deep sorrow and longing for their homeland, Jerusalem, during the Babylonian captivity. Psalm 137 opens with a haunting image of the exiles by the rivers of Babylon, weeping as they remember Zion. This vivid depiction of sorrow and longing isn't just an ancient tale of despair. It resonates with anyone who has ever experienced the pain of being uprooted, of longing for a place or time that is no more. It speaks directly to the heart of the human condition, to our experiences of loss, displacement, and longing for home. The psalm then moves to a pledge to remember Jerusalem, a promise made not out of duty, but out of deep love and longing. If I forget you, O Jerusalem, let my right hand forget its skill. This is a profound statement of loyalty and commitment, a refusal to let go of home, even when home seems lost forever. This sentiment, this deep-seated love for one's homeland, is something that echoes in the hearts of many of us today, especially those who have left their homes in search of better opportunities or those displaced by conflict or natural disasters. The final verses of Psalm 137 express a cry for justice. The psalmist calls down curses upon the enemies who destroyed Jerusalem, a raw and visceral expression of the desire for retribution. This cry for justice, while unsettling, is undeniably human. It's a raw, honest expression of the pain and anger that comes with loss and injustice. But let's not forget that this psalm is more than just a lament. It's also a testament to the power of memory, to the idea that as long as we remember, our losses are never total, our homes are never entirely lost. The psalmist may be in exile, but through the act of remembering, he keeps Jerusalem alive in his heart. Moreover, Psalm 137 serves as a reminder that our faith can be a source of strength in times of despair. It underscores the importance of turning to God in our moments of deepest sorrow and longing, of holding fast to our faith even when all seems lost. In our own lives, we may not be exiled by the rivers of Babylon, but we all experience our own forms of exile, our own moments of loss and longing. Whether it's the loss of a loved one, the end of a relationship, or a change in our circumstances, we've all had moments when we felt uprooted, lost, and longing for what was. As we've seen, Psalm 137 transcends time and space, speaking to our own experiences of loss, longing, and hope. It reminds us that it's okay to grieve, to long for what was, but it also encourages us to hold fast to our memories, to seek justice, and to find hope and strength in our faith. Having explored Psalm 137, let's now join our hearts and minds in a prayer. A prayer for those among us who may find themselves in a place of exile, a place of hardship, or a place of change. Let's pray. Creator of all things, we turn to you in this moment of reflection, seeking solace and strength from your enduring love. You, who have seen your children through countless trials and tribulations, hear us now as we echo the words of Psalm 137. In the spirit of those who sat by the rivers of Babylon, we too find ourselves in times of uncertainty and change. We feel the weight of our own exile, the longing for a home that seems so far away. In this prayer, we ask for your guidance as we navigate these unfamiliar waters, just as those in Babylon sought your presence in their exile. We recognize, Lord, that like the people of Jerusalem, we too have experienced loss. We mourn the things we have left behind, the comforts and familiarities of our old lives. In our despair, we look to you for comfort, for the promise of hope that you have always provided. As we reflect on the sorrow and longing expressed in Psalm 137, we are reminded of your unending love and faithfulness. We are comforted by your promise to be with us, even in the darkest of times. In our own moments of despair, may we find solace in your words, and may we be reminded of the hope that lies ahead. With this prayer, we ask for strength to endure, for patience to wait, and for faith to believe in the promise of a brighter tomorrow. We ask for courage to face our challenges and for wisdom to understand the lessons they bring. In our exile, may we never forget to sing your praises, Lord, and to remember the hope and promise of your love. May this prayer and the words of Psalm 137 provide comfort and strength, especially in times of change and challenge. Thank you for joining us on this journey through Psalm 137. This psalm, steeped in history and emotion, has touched our hearts today, reminding us of the power of faith, the pain of exile, and the hope that springs eternal even in the darkest of times. What resonated with you in this psalm? Perhaps it was the vivid imagery of the rivers of Babylon, or the palpable sense of longing for Jerusalem. Or maybe it was the universal theme of seeking justice and finding solace in faith that struck a chord. It's a testament to the depth and timelessness of the psalm, that it can speak to us in so many different ways. We'd love to hear your thoughts and reflections. Have there been times in your life when you felt a sense of exile, a longing for something lost? And how has your faith helped you navigate these challenging times? Your experiences and insights can provide comfort and inspiration to others, so please do share them in the comments. And if you know someone who might be going through a difficult time, someone who could find solace and strength in the words of Psalm 137, why not share this video with them? The power of these ancient words can help to light the way in times of darkness, offering a beacon of hope and a reminder that we are never alone. Lastly, if you've found this video helpful and would like to join us on future journeys through the Psalms, don't hesitate to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us to reach more people and to continue sharing these powerful messages of faith and resilience. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and may you find peace and strength in the words of the Psalms. Until next time, be blessed and stay strong.